Hi, hello, good day. We are the Group 2 reporters and we are about to tackle the voluntariness in human acts. So when we say voluntariness in human acts, they have this connection or linked in meaning, which is we can elaborate this two words or these phrases on words. So according to Mark Lekben Ugaputan, voluntary acts are our compass for self-awareness, empathy, and responsible decisions, creating a framework of harmony in our daily existence. So, this statement highlights the profound connection of our conscious decision and personal growth. So, from deciding what to eat and to responding in a difficult situation, it offers us an opportunity for us to have a sense of empathy and for us to contribute to our personal growth. So for our learning outcomes, we have in the process and at the end of the chapter, learners must able to define and explain the concept of voluntariness in human acts, differentiate the degree of voluntariness in human acts, recognize that understanding the types of voluntariness in human acts foster empathy and respect for the self and others. And lastly, apply the lessons learned from this chapter in real life situation. Voluntariness refers to the act of performing an action with conscious awareness and intention. It's the ability to choose and act freely rather than being compelled or coerced. So, when we say voluntariness, it has a conscious awareness. It is your own willingness to do the thing that you decide to do. And for the importance of voluntariness, understanding voluntariness is crucial for evaluating human actions, assigning responsibility, and understanding moral behavior. It helps us recognize the difference between intentional and unintentional action. So when we say voluntariness, so the importance of voluntariness is to differentiate between the if it is intentional or unintentional. So like for example, so like naa ka sa public places, and of course dili man gid mawala ang mga beggars or like kanang mangayo sa daplin nga na. So you have the voluntariness to help and you have the voluntariness not to help. So you have the choices. So like intentional ka mo tabang, or you have to, or like pwede ka mo voluntarily exit kay you have the choices man. So if you want to help, it can contribute your generosity into your kanang like imong personal growth, and naapog kay kanang sense of empathy, which is kanang you fit yourself into their shoes, which is nakita nimo nga kanang they are really deserving sa imong help. And of course the other choice is kanang dili ka mag-help, which is imuha na siyang kanang conscious choice, which is gatipid ka ingan ha. And yeah, mao na siya. So when we say voluntariness in human acts, so first let's define voluntariness. So when we say voluntariness, it is something that you will do that you have a conscious choices, or you have the option that is according to your will. And when we say human acts, it also known as acts of the will or voluntary actions that are freely chosen by the individual. So they have the linked in meaning or connection by the voluntariness. So they have this conscious choices. For the next one, we have the degrees of voluntariness in human acts. So first, we have perfect and imperfect voluntariness. So when we say perfect voluntariness refers to activities that we completely control and are motivated by conscious choice and free will. So these are decisions made without the influence of any external force or compulsion. So like for example, um, kita as a students, we have our dreams, we have our goals, like sa high school pa ta kanang ginaplano na gid naton sa to gusto in college nga na. So like for example, you took Bachelor of Science in Education kay kanang you want it dili kay gusto sa imong parents and dili po gusto sa imong peer, walay peer pressure, walay any external nga mga influence. And that is the example of perfect voluntariness, like imuha gisunod ang imuha own willingness, imuha own nga desire, rather than the external influence. Like walay influence siya gikan sa gawas, gikan sa imong parents, di kay mo ni ako kaon kay mo ni gusto sa ko parents. No, like imuha kaugalingon ang imuha gisunod, imong kaugalingon gusto ang imuha gisunod. Mo na ang example sa perfect voluntariness. So for the next one, the imperfect voluntariness. So imperfect voluntariness, on the other hand, refers to behaviors that are impacted or constrained by the outside influences but still retaining some degree of choice. So like for example, so as a students, dili malikayan nga na ay working student. So like they have the choice, like mag-eskwela lang sila nga dili magtrabaho, but at some point kanang gakaapektuhan sila due to financial constraints kay lagi naglisod ilhang parents ingan ha, so need nila magwork. So for them na makahelp sa ila parents and also dili na sila burden, and muna siya ang example sa imperfect voluntariness. Like naa kay choice nga mag-eskwela, yet gigamit nimo imong isa ka choice nga magtrabaho para makahelp due to reasons or due to financial constraints.
So the next one is simple and conditional voluntariness. Simple voluntariness refers to an action that is performed freely without any condition attached. It is simply a choice made without any external factors influencing the decision. So simple voluntariness refers to an act that is performed with knowledge and freedom regardless of whether it is desired or not. In other words, a person knowingly and willingly to perform an action if they do not necessarily want to do it. So for example, a judge sentencing a criminal to prison may not like doing but still does it voluntary because it is their duty. Like dili ganahan ang judge nga iyang sentensyahan ng isa ka criminal pero kay iya mang duty yaging buhaton kay man siya mahimo kay mo man yang duty. So the next example is a student studying for an exam may not enjoy it but does it willingly to achieve a goal. Dili ganahan ang estudyante mag-study pero naaman siya goal, so yaging buhaton nga mag-study siya, yaging buhaton nga makapasar siya, mangita siya pamaagi makapasar siya. So the next one is conditional voluntariness. Involves performing an action only if specific conditions are met. This means that the action is dependent or on certain circumstances or external factors. So, conditional voluntariness refers to an action that a person perform with knowledge and consent but under external pressure, fear, or constraint. So the person still wills the action but they would not choose it under normal circumstances if they had full freedom. So for example, a person handing over money during a robbery, they do it voluntary but only because of the threat of their life. So like dili siya gusto pero kay murag mahadlok man siya sa iyang mahadlok man siya sa threat sa iyang kinabuhi. So iyan na lang nag-volunteer lang siya nga iyan ang buhaton kay siguro nagkuan pud siguro siya nga mahadlok siya nga maunsa siya. And so the next example is a sick patient taking better medicine. They do not like it but take it willingly because it is necessary for their health. So dili siya ganahan mo take og medicine pero kay gusto man pud siguro siya nga para man sa iyang health, so ginatake ipon niya ang medicine para sa iyang health. So that's all. Thank you.
So next is the direct voluntariness. So when we say direct voluntariness, it is an action performed with the intention of achieving a specific outcome. The primary goal is the desired result of the action. So when we say direct voluntariness is nani siya goal. So mo ni siya ang imong kagustuhan nga pagbuhat sa isa ka butang nga fully aware ka sa consequences or sa resulta sa imong gibuhat. Like for example, ako, kagustuhan ako nga mo submit on time sa akong homework kay kabalo ko nga responsibilidad nako as a student and para makakuha sa good grades. So, ang primary goal nako is ang makakuha og good grades sa akong desired results sa akong gibuhat. So, free ko nga mo choose sa akong gibuhat and fully aware sa consequences whether buhaton nako para makakuha og good grades or having a bad grades for not doing it. So next, the indirect voluntariness. So indirect voluntariness, it is an action that is not the primary goal, but a first of all consequence of the chosen